Welcome to Fearless and Focused. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Casey.
And we're here to share bold stories, real talk,
and strategies to help you push past fear and level up.
Let's get fearless and focused. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit. It's still on, the intuition part, but I feel like I personally struggle with, is this intuition or is this anxiety? Because I carry a lot of anxiety as, a business owner, anxiety as a parent, as a wife, as a friend, like second guessing and all of the things. So how do you determine, well, what's anxiety and what's actually intuition?
Yeah. So no, that's actually a really, really good question because a lot of times, it can really confuse you. All these things can be confusing at times. And so I think sometimes it's how do you clear your energy for a minute and get centered and grounded? So when your body's feeling really anxious or feeling stuff, I think it's just important to kind of get yourself grounded for a minute, just so you can get clear. Your biggest thing is I want to get clarity. So how do we ground ourselves? So I feel like it's really important to just, okay, I need to clear my mind for a minute. I feel like walk outside, just ground yourself and just say, okay, I'm letting, what is this thing? And even asking the question, what is this anxiety that I'm feeling? What is this anxiousness? Where is it coming from? Because it literally can be telling you something's off. Or you may be picking up anxiety from someone else. Or you know what I'm saying? Or it may be your own, you know what I'm saying? So it's just it's really learning to be where is this coming from and how can I get clear? And how, I feel like it's almost like you do have to kind of talk to yourself. You have to talk to yourself.
Oh, good. No problem. I do that all the time.
Talk to yourself and okay, you're okay. And you're going back and forth with what is this? Where is this? Because a lot of times we can feel other people's anxiousness a lot too. And and so I do feel anxiety, everything we feel, emotions are messengers for us. So it's it is telling us something. So even your anxiety is telling you something. So it's what is the message in this? What? So
it's kind of just listening to that. And then when you feel like you get some clarity, then, trusting that and going with that instead of going back and forth.
Right.
So how, say some of your clients, because I've been one, say you've got a client that's came in and she's feeling super disconnected. She's feeling overwhelmed. She's feeling stressed. She doesn't even recognize who she is anymore. I'm speaking this because I've said this exact stuff to you sitting in your chair. I'm so lost. I've flipped my life upside down. I don't know which direction to go. What are some of the ways, I know this personally because I experienced it, but having you talk through it, if you have someone coming into you, what are some of those first things on just helping your client get back to who she is?
Okay, yeah. So a lot of times, I start digging inside, their subconscious, but I will also teach you how you can do that yourself. And so that's where I think a lot of times too, we a lot of times don't know how to process. We don't know how to process what's going on sometimes, or our emotions, or our feelings, or our past. And so a lot of times everything just starts building up inside of us, right? And then we start getting we're tapped out with the overwhelm, we're tapped out with stress, anxiety, and we're oh my gosh, where did it all come from? But it's because we weren't taught sometimes how to start releasing daily, right? How to release daily so that we don't start every day with all the stuff, right? So I think sometimes even if you're trying to do it on your own, take a notebook for a minute, take a notebook and be okay, and just start asking. Questions are everything. Questions are what brings stuff up. It brings it to awareness. It helps us release. So start asking questions okay, I'm feeling this, and don't judge your emotions or your feelings, but just start with okay, hi, I wonder why I'm feeling so stressed. What's so stressed am I, And so it's almost you can dump out on paper and then you start realizing how much of this is even mine, how much of it is even necessary. But I feel sometimes people do need a little bit of extra help, and that's where I come into play when you're just okay, how do I even get out of any of this? But there are ways and tools that we can do things ourselves. And so I just feel but you do have to take time. You've got to sit in the stillness. You got to sit in the emotions of it for a minute. You got to be oh, okay, this is why, this makes more sense, you can't keep, that's the thing is we're so busy. We push away all the emotions and the feelings and everything that's going on instead of just taking those few minutes every day to release. This is a form of releasing, is just acknowledging it, awareness, writing it down, letting it go. So a lot of times we're just like, we don't realize that those kind of steps can just help our body let it go. But a lot of times we're just so busy that we don't take time for ourselves to acknowledge what we're really feeling or going through.
Thanks for tuning in to Fearless and Focused. Remember, success is not about being perfect. It's about showing up, staying bold, and taking action.
If you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration.
Keep chasing your dreams, staying fearless, and keeping your focus strong.
Until the next time, stay
Fearless and focused.